Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. You know, every now and then I think it's pretty normal if you're an honest person to take a step back, question your stances, question whether you're doing the right thing, whether you're supporting the right side, whether you're being honest in your arguments and your stances, whether you're fighting for something that is worth fighting for and truly genuine. I ask myself that thing all the time, and when I do, I like to look at the bads on both sides. You know, they exist, and you gotta compare the bad on the right and the bad on the left. Is there an extremist element on the right? Of course. But it's a fringe minority, and for the most part, it doesn't represent the whole, and most importantly, it's not represented on the whole. You know, it's not mainstream. The cringe-fringe rightoid element exists in little pockets on the internet and nowhere else. But the cringe-fringe leftoid element is becoming increasingly more and more extreme. It makes it impossible to associate with that side or with that brand. One of those elements is the absolutely awful stuff that leftists are targeting young people with. How is it possible to align yourself with a political party or politicians who seemingly don't have an issue with totally despicable, disgusting, inappropriate adult material and content being promoted and pushed on children? You know, it's something I simply cannot wrap my head around. It's something I cannot reconcile. And it's what helps me keep my feet here planted, feeling justified, feeling genuine in my political beliefs. This stuff is crazy. And finally, massive protests have begun, and massive protests have now erupted in the wokest of woke Los Angeles. And so I'm going to present two sides, and the question asked here is, which way, traveler? Pick your path. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so a massive protest just took place in Los Angeles. Take a look. Their shirts read, "Leave our kids alone. Parental rights are non-negotiable. Protect our children. Protect the innocence of our children. Children cannot consent." You get the activist angle. You guys probably more keenly than most understand the issues here. I don't necessarily need to rehash the arguments. We have a massive parental rights protest here to stop the indoctrination and stop the inappropriate content being pushed on very young school children. Basic parental rights. There's that side, and then of course there's the other side, the leftist, anarcho-communist side, I guess we could call it, that shows up to protest these parents.
And this violence and this suppression is just a testament to the fact that we are moving closer to liberation. And when we're all liberated, we'll be free. Our ability to express our gender is not an infringement on anybody. No, I know. So protect our kids. Protect all of our kids.
Which way, traveler? Again, that's the question. The masked Antifa side, defending the continued power expansion of the state and their quest of indoctrination and control, state control, over young impressionable children. You have one group that's saying, parents have a right to decide what their children see. Children cannot consent to these adult ideologies being promoted to them. And then you have the other side that's defending these practices. I don't know, to me it's totally clear. And what makes it even more clear that supporting these parents is the right thing to do is the despicable gaslighting campaign. United Teachers of Los Angeles, which is a massive teachers union if I'm not mistaken, released these 4 statements under a post that reads, "Today's homophobic protest in Los Angeles was an attempt to intimidate and scare the LGBTQIA+ community. It won't work. We are going to stand shoulder to shoulder with our queer and trans siblings in the classrooms, at the school board, and on the streets." In one statement, they labeled the group far right. Right, concerned parents in Los Angeles are far-right, hateful homophobes. For a far-right movement to throw a homophobic rally in front of a school board meeting under the banner "Parental Rights" is an insult to parents across Los Angeles. This fascist movement in this city is not fighting for any rights, just the opposite. When leftists engage in this type of slanderous gaslighting, you know that they're on the wrong side. If they're not presenting an actual argument, if they're simply labeling concerned parents who are peacefully protesting as fascists and homophobes, then again, it further cements my view. I know the types of people that are protesting. They're regular folk, they're concerned parents, they're parents who maybe adhere to a particular faith, and they're essentially saying, hey, we have rights too. You don't get to just subvert our parental rights and promote whatever you want on our children. That's essentially what they're saying. And the teachers union in Los Angeles is calling them fascists and hateful homophobes, calling them a far-right movement throwing a hateful rally under the banner of parental rights. I don't know, it doesn't get much worse than that. Leftist activists on the streets, Democrat teachers unions, and Democrat politicians have made it absolutely clear what side they're on. They are on the side of defending and justifying a brutally, culturally woke, totally inappropriate school curriculum for young children. And they claim, no, of course not, that doesn't exist. No, that doesn't exist. These parents' concerns aren't valid. They're just horrible extremists. Really, I find it interesting. If that is in fact the case, then why is it that every time parents have concerns and mention particular books, leftists claim, well, actually, no, that's not happening and those books don't actually exist? If what was happening was totally appropriate, then why would leftists continuously use that kind of argument as a defense? Oh no, that's not actually happening, that's inappropriate, that's not happening. Then it turns out that, well, actually it is happening. Why is it that during a Fort Worth school board meeting, a taxpayer, and most likely a father, was forcibly removed after reading a small little snippet from a book that is available, widely available, in the school library?
Pay attention to what I passed to you.
Mr. C, please continue, sir.
On page 1, okay. Who wants my hot wiener? Oh yeah, baby.
Mr. C, thank you, sir.
We're talking about a hot dog. It's a hot dog. Page 2. Family has a bad day. Dad is angry. These are some unfortunate...
Hey, don't touch him. He didn't break the
This
law.
is an attack on family. Page 3.
Hey, he didn't break the law.
Whose videos are picking up so?
Hey, he's not breaking the law.
Hey, easy now, easy, easy. Take your time.
Hey, stand over.
Bring down her. No, you did touch him. Don't tell boys.
If it's too graphic to read during a meeting surrounded by adults, then how is it okay for young students? Pick your path, traveler. Again is exactly what comes to mind. You have one side that's concerned, one side that is simply advocating for parental rights in education, that is advocating to protect the innocence and mental development of young children, and then you have the other side who's obviously representing the complete opposite side of that coin. I don't know. Again, it's moments like these. I take a step back, I question. I guess I have the classic meme moment. The whole "are we the baddies" introspective moment.
Are we the baddies?
I question myself, are we the baddies? And then I think about this stuff. I observe what's going on here, and it's as clear as day that we are not. If reading a small little snippet from one of those books during a school board meeting creates that kind of reaction to where they think you're saying something that's so inappropriate and so awful, they want to forcibly remove you from the meeting, then obviously, any content even remotely similar that is present in public school libraries clearly isn't appropriate for young children. There's one side defending it and then one side defending young children. It's honestly as binary as that. That's what I got for you guys though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.